13 is on your side.
Back in 2016, Calvin University started their health education and leadership training for a hopeful future, a summer camp educating young girls about careers in the medical field.
Now, for the first time this year, the program is now offered to young boys as well. Joining us today is the Dean of the School of Health, Dr. Ayula. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you. Yeah.
So tell us about the mission of the summer camp and how it all works.
So the summer camp, it's actually health camp, which is health education and leadership training for a hopeful future. We have two goals. One of them is to introduce young people to the concept of health generally, just to promote health. Then the second goal is also to expose them to healthcare professions very early. And we started in 2016 based on recommendations from mothers in the community. From some of the work we've been doing in the community, focusing on preconception health care, mothers now said, why don't you start early? We are old, start with our daughters. And that was how we now decided to start health camp, at Calvin University to introduce young girls, not just to reproductive health, but also to health generally. So we're talking about nutrition, exercise, cardiovascular health, healthy behaviors generally, as well as mental health. And then with the theme of being future leaders, we bring in health professionals to talk about different professions: nursing, medicine, public health, social work, physical therapy. We have all those professionals that will come in to interact with our girls.
Yeah, sounds like an amazing opportunity. So tell me, why have you decided to open up the camp to boys this year? And is it any different than the program the girls go through?
Thank you. Yeah, we decided to include boys because right from 2016, people have been asking for boys. Then I informed everybody that we are listening and responding to the needs in the community. And we started girls because mothers asked us, start with our daughters. Let us, do this for the next 5 years, and if we continue to see that we really need to start one for boys, we'll start that. So we're quite excited this year that we could start one for boys, and we had about 25 boys. So this is our pilot year, actually. So we decided that we'll start with a relatively small number, and that next year we'll be able to increase that number, and have more boys. And the content, it's a little bit different.
Actually, tell us more about that content.
Yeah,
what's
content for boys, for example, reproductive health, we made sure that it's male reproductive health. And then we have healthy behaviors. We're talking about smoking, vaping, and we make sure that all our instructors, most of them, they are male instructors, from Calvin. And then tailoring that content, even when it comes to cardiovascular health, making sure that it focuses on them. Then when it comes to team building, as well as conflict resolution, making sure that it's focused on boys' needs.
Okay, interesting. So tell us, where can people go to find more information?
So if you go to Calvin website and you just type in health camp, you'll be able to get more information about summer health camp. We're looking forward to increasing our numbers next year, and we'll start early next year from February. People can actually see the updated information for boys.
All right, that is so exciting, and congratulations again on the expansion. It's a really big deal.
Thank you
so
very
much for
much.
joining us.
Yeah.
Well, if you're just waking up with us this morning, we have a recap of the morning's top stories next. That's in your Morning Rush. Stick with us.